Hello, whiskey lovers. Well, it's finally arrived after a few weeks of waiting. Very excited to try this. Allow me to introduce you to the Glenfiddich 30-year-old, worth $1,000. I never thought I would ever have $1,000 bottle worth of whiskey. So this is pretty exciting. As you can see, it's come in this very nice leather case with, of course, the Glenfiddich in gold. Let's open it up. It's come with a leather-bound little book. I'm assuming behind door number 2 is the 30-year-old Glenfiddich. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Alright, so let's start having a look here. Let's start the book. The Glenfiddich 30-year-old. William Grant, Glenfiddich's founder and my great-great-grandfather, appreciated the mark of a great distiller as one who understands the slow but fantastic rewards of time, to lay down stocks for the future generations which, over the years, will develop into some of the finest whiskies ever produced. Glenfiddich 30-year-old is the culmination of this foresight. Each individual cask is carefully nurtured by our malt masters for 3 decades, before being personally nosed and tasted to ensure it lives up to his exacting standards and is one of outstanding quality. It is then vatted with other casks of equal caliber. This process is intensely time-consuming, but we think it's essential to ensure the unique character and richness of taste that sets our Glenfiddich 30-year-old apart. The rarity of this single malt is unquestionable. There were only ever a handful of vatings of 30-year-old a year. Glenfiddich 30-year-old is the product of just 2 malt masters, 3 family chairmen, including my father, Alexander Grant Gordon, and it has uniquely benefited from the experience and skill of our loyal craftsmen, very many of whom have spent over 30 years at the distillery. Peter Gordon, great-great-grandson of the founder. The future of Glenfiddich 30-year-old ran off the copper pot stills as crystal clear as the Robbie Doo spring water used to create it, as Pioneer 10 passed Neptune's orbit, becoming the first man-made object to travel around the major planets in the solar system. It was put into cask as Return of the Jedi broke all box office records. It was rolled from its filling stores to its warehouse as the first Apple Mac was about to be put on sale in the US of A. As the spirit that was to become our Glenfiddich 30-year-old was lifted onto its pyramid of casks, the European $1 coin was introduced in the UK. The £1 coin was introduced in the UK. As the heavy wooden doors of the warehouse were closed and double locked, Michael Jackson's Thriller stormed number 1 in the album charts. In Dufftown, the future Glenfiddich 30-year-old was about to begin its long maturation order under the watchful eye of our malt master, so that time could play an integral part in its development. And then we have the story of Glenfiddich, which will probably come in here for future Glenfiddich videos. I don't think I'll read it all now. And a lot of it we have gone through with previous Glenfiddichs, about the location of the distillery, William Grant, how he created it, and so forth. 48 years, 60 years old. About cooperage, I think we talked about that. There's some very interesting stuff here. I'm going to do my reading and then the taste notes. So let's get into it. first look, proper look, at the 30-year-old bottle. Okay, so it has been maturating in European Orsorello sherry and American bourbon casks. So we should expect something sweet. With a sherry cask, I would expect probably a reddening. It's hard to tell from this dark bottle. And because of its being 30-year-old, I would expect something darker than obviously the 14-year-old. So we're going to expect probably something a little bit darker than that. I think this was a bourbon barrel, yeah. So possibly even darker than the Grand Cru, which I'm not going to care that much because that's a special occasion. So let's crack her open. Now, I know a lot of people have said to me, save this for a special occasion, save the Gen Z's wedding. But here's the thing though. I never thought I would ever get to taste $1,000 worth of a bottle of whiskey, and I would regret it. If something would happen between now and future drinking if I never drank it. So I'm going to have a taste today. And then she shall be put away for Christmas, where I'll have one, Mel will have one, and I'll probably get one for Dad. Then she can sit again possibly for the next Christmas after that. And I'll keep the Glen Cru for the Grand Cru can be kept for the birthdays, so that's fine. Got my non-cone glass. Whiskey. Okay, not quite as dark as I was expecting, but still a very satisfying dark ruby colour. Oh, that smells incredible. Very aromatic. Yes. Sorry about that. Jeez, what can you do with them? Okay, so. Okay, like I said, a very, very fruity. Very, very strong hint of oak. That's probably due to the years, decades, sitting in an oak barrel. It's definitely there. The nose is definitely there. Wine? Possibly a sweet wine taste. That's probably from the sherry casks. I'm not smelling too much that I'm used to from bourbon casks on this. That's probably because the whiskey itself, the Scotch itself, has overpowered the sweeter bourbon. Okay. Here's the moment we've all been waiting for. Wow. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, so a very fruity, woody taste. Incredibly smooth. That is like silk. That is liquid silk, literally going down. Yeah, it's wow. God, that smells incredible. Oh, that tastes incredible. Okay, so slightly fruity, citrusy type, but very heavy on the oak. So it makes it a very woody, fruity sort of taste. But it's just wow. Very smooth. It is literally like drinking silk. Not that I've ever drunk silk, but this is what I would imagine drinking silk would be like. I'm getting a very honeyed aftertaste in my mouth. Probably the sweetness from the bourbon itself, so that is definitely contributing to the taste. Um, mm. Mm. Yeah, no, that is incredible. So yeah, so pretty much what I would expect from a Glenfiddich. Citrusy, fruity, same as Speyside, but the years have really improved it. It has made it so smooth, um, incredibly easy to drink. It just absolutely tastes fantastic. Um, I'm very humbled to have experienced this. This is for me, this is a win in a lifetime. I would really like to thank the Whisky Club for all the fantastic whiskies I've been able to try over the years I've been a member, and the fact I even had a chance, because I always had a chance to win something like this, is fantastic, and the fact that I won is absolutely incredible. Um, I'm going to enjoy this job for years to come. Wow. So, until next time, Sante.